Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Breaking Bad Goddess. I wanted to come on real quick because I wanted to celebrate with you my 12-month lock anniversary. It has been a very pleasant journey so far. For those who don't know, this is my second lock journey. I was locked over a year and a half ago. I had my first lock journey, I should say, ended over a year and a half ago, and that journey lasted about 4 years. So my hair was quite long, and the reason why I cut my hair off, all my locks off, is because I really was not liking the fact that I couldn't do a lot of styles. My locks were much thicker during my first lock journey, and also I was experiencing a lot of flat locks. I made a lot of mistakes in my first lock journey. I would go to bed with wet hair and lay on it, and that caused a lot of my locks to be flat, and I wanted my locks to stay a cylinder shape. And so word to the wise, don't go to bed with wet hair or damp hair and lay on it, because your locks will be flat. And if you don't want flat locks, then excuse me, if you don't want flat locks, don't go to bed or don't have your hair wet when you lay down. Also too, wet locks can create mildew, and your locks will start smelling a bit funky. So try to avoid that. And the other reason why I wanted to start a new lock journey was the first set of locks, they were kind of thicker than what I have now. I have a smaller set of locks this time around, and I have also more locks on my head. My first lock journey, I did start off with about 100 locks, but I combined them, which also contributed to the fact that my locks were getting flat. And I decided this time, the second lock journey, I was going to go much smaller so that I can have a little bit more versatility in my styling. And also, as you can see, my locks will look fuller. I don't like a lot of parts, my parts showing, and I felt that my first lock journey was a little scalpy. So this time I have about 112, maybe 113 locks. I know I did a lock count video, so you can search on my videos. I did do a lock count, so I think it's about 112 or 113, somewhere around there. So I doubled the size, because by the time I combined my locks in my last journey, it went down from 100 to 57. So yeah, I more than doubled my just about doubled my lock count this time around. And I went down to the city. I went to this place called Napstar, and she did a fabulous job. I've been very happy. I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like when I first got it done. I definitely have a good amount of length for the first year. I remember in my first journey, the first year, for me anyways, you're not going to see a lot of length. You'll see more thickness in your locks the first year or two. And then I think for me, by the time I hit 2.5 years, that's when I started seeing more length in my hair. I mean, it really just started growing crazy. Definitely by year 3 and into year 4. I would say my locks were all the way down to my back in my first journey. I was a little over 4 years. So if I had kept them in, I'd be in my 5th or 6th year at this point. But yeah, I'm okay with cutting them off. I rocked a pixie for 6 months just to let my hair grow out a little. And then on April 2nd, 2024, I got these set of locks put in. So yeah, so I am right now a full year into this set of locks, and I'm loving it. I'll do a 360. Forgive me if I'm out of shot, because I am filming with my back camera. And yeah, so this is a little bit of an experiment. I just wanted to make sure that I'm in frame. Yeah, it's much fuller. And I think it's fuller because I have more locks on my head. So yeah, you get more locks, and they're smaller, so they have a much more fullness, as you can see. And it's cute. I like the look of this, even at a short as it is. I do enjoy it. I been rocking a wig, well, a few wigs for the whole season, the winter season, because I live in a cold area, and it's still kind of cold even now, although we've had a few nice days here and there. So to protect my locks, I will do wigs for the winter, and anywhere from the fall. Once it gets really cold, I'll do the wigs. And then when the weather gets really nice, I will let my hair out and let my hair be free. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I am really enjoying it. I feel like, you know, I think I'm gonna really enjoy this because they're looking so full already, as short as they are at this point. I don't see a lot of scalp, and I don't know, I just think they're gonna grow really nice, and I'll have more versatility, and you know, a little bit more, I can do more styles with my hair, which is what I really wanted to do. So yeah, no flatness. I keep my regimen very simple. I just make sure I wash it every week, or, you know, yeah, pretty much wash every week. And I use rose water for moisture and a light oil. Let's see if I got my oil here. This is what I've been using, my retwist oil. I got this at the place I got my locks done, Napstar. And this is the jasmine. Oh, this smells really nice. Very, very nice. And then I'll use this batana oil. I'll just put that on my scalp and very lightly. And then I make sure, because I have low porosity hair, I make sure I use like a clarifying shampoo. And so I've been using this Do It the Kinky Way. Take it all off. It's from Adwa. I don't know. You can get it at Sephora, I believe. I think I actually got this at TJ Maxx. So, you know how TJ Maxx is. Sometimes they'll have it, sometimes they don't. It's hit and miss. But that's, I like to use a clarifying shampoo at least once a month. That way I don't get a lot of residue, because with low porosity hair, I really can't tolerate, my hair can't tolerate a lot of heavy products. So I make sure that I use some kind of clarifying to strip some of the excess products off my hair, so that my hair will stay, you know, somewhat shiny, doesn't have that dull residue, and it stays light, and I don't have to worry too much about buildup, because when you have locks, that's one thing, you don't want them to become heavy with a lot of buildup. Then you have to go through the ACV regimen and all that. And I just, you know what, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Just try to keep it clean right from the get-go, and not let the products build up in your hair. And that way your hair will look much better. It'll feel much lighter, because as they get longer, they're going to get heavier. And so a lot of times people, their locks are real heavy because they still have a lot of product trapped inside the lock. So I really try to stay very, very, very light with the products. Other than that, that's all I do. Oil and water, and very light with that. And make sure that when I wash, it's washed very well. So that's really it. I don't have much else to add. I feel like, you know, I'm on my way. It's looking great. Even this length, I love the lengths. This length is very easy and convenient. And I'm looking forward to the spring and the summer where I can wear it out more and, you know, just watch it grow and thrive. If you guys have locks, let me know. You know, comment below this video. Tell me how long you've been locked, how many months, how many years. What's your regimen? How are you enjoying your lock journey? Is this your second, third, fourth lock journey? I'm hoping this is my last lock journey. I don't want to have to start all over again. So I want to make sure I really take care of the locks that I do have and just keep it, you know, keep it healthy, keep it simple. I don't do styles, not at this stage, because, you know, it's just a year. So my locks are still immature and they're still, you know, forming. You know, your locks change from year to year. So I don't want to do any styles that are going to pull or, you know, stretch my hair too much or interfere with the locking process. So those are things you just have to look out for when you have locks. But that's all I got. Yeah. Comment below and I'll keep you guys updated, and have a great week. Take care.